Mr. Yee Yee. So we know that you own No Limit Hauling. How did that all come to be, brother?
Well, it was it came to be. I got tired of putting in so much time at work, doing so much overtime, paying so much taxes, and just being committed to something where I thought I wasn't going to get anywhere really. I was just going to blink my eyes and I was going to be at my employer for 30 years. And I said, something's got to change. I want full control of my life. And, one day I just popped on YouTube and the rest was history. And boom.
Very cool. And we got Sonoma Strong in the house. He says, got a Bay Cat in the building. What's up, Matt and JoJo? Thank you for tuning in, guys. So, what were some of the biggest lessons from those early days, brother? And what year was it that you got the junk removal company kicked off in?
I actually got the junk removal kicked off in 22. I went and bought my truck. I bought a truck because I wanted a truck and I didn't want to ask nobody for help because I just was like decluttering things in the house. And then uh, I decided to buy a trailer, but I did so much YouTube university, so much study on YouTube. What should I get? Should I get this? Should I get that? Should I go and get a dump truck? Should I get this? Should I get a trailer? And I just got a truck and trailer and
So,
started putting my name out there.
what truck did you go with? So you went with a dump trailer, I'm assuming.
No, I went and bought a brand new truck. Before I even started the business, I just wanted a brand new truck. So I went and bought a 2002 Silverado Duramax diesel, with all the bells and whistles, which I really don't need because the truck is so dirty right now, it's ridiculous. And you're talking a $70,000 truck that's just filthy like a pig that gets money.
Oh yeah, and then you went with the dump trailer, and how much did that cost? And like, how did you go about it? Did you have the money in the bank? Did you go financing way?
Well, you know, I had a little capital, a little money in the bank, and I did a bunch of research, where to get trailers, what type of trailer, what should I get? Should I start small? And where's the best bang for the buck? And I end up going to the trailer specialist out there in Lodi, California, off 99. And I went there for a 12-foot trailer, 12 by 7 by 4. And then I turned around and that 14 footer picked me. It picked me. It just was like Rudy. Before I was the Yee Yee, it just said Rudy is, you know what I mean? It's you. So I just was like, my wife was scared. She was like, that's a big babe. That's so much money for, oh my God. We haven't even had a, I just did it. Paid cash and bring it home.
So you were saying you did your research before you went out and bought the trailer and the truck and all that. Who were some of the channels? I'm assuming it was YouTube where you did your research, but what were some of the channels or people that you chose to follow and kind of learn, the ways at the beginning?
Well, the 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 grandfather of junk removal, Matt, Vic, and Joni. And I just went on YouTube and they were there, Skylane, Ricardo, uh Andrew from Jedi Junk Removal, uh Steezy. Um I watched so many, just so many before I got into it. I was like, is this gonna be me? And I just watched everybody's videos, binge watched, and binge watched, and I was like, man, I could do that, but I think I could do it better. And
Wow.
that's, you got to have that mind in your head, like you could do it, but you could do it better, and just boom, bada
Hell
bing.
yeah. Hell yeah. And how did you come up with that name, No Limit Hauling?
Well, I'm from that '90s era. You know what I mean? I'm not a little tadpole, so I'm from that '90s era where we listened to a lot of Master P in my area. You know what I mean? And it was just a the No Limit always stuck in my head through graffiti days to all types of situations in the San Francisco Mission District where I'm born and raised. And I was just like, man, if I'm gonna do it, there's gonna be no limits. and
Oh
I
yeah,
was like, just no limit hauling and junk removal, and it picked me, and I was
yeah.
like,
It's a hell of a
boom,
good mindset to have, and it's right there in
yeah,
your name.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, I love
Oh
that
yeah.
name. And me coming from my arm wrestling background, the most famous guy in arm wrestling today is Devin Lorette, and his nickname is No Limits. And I've had him on the channel a bunch of times. He's got a couple million subscribers. He's like, everybody knows him all over the world. And also, when I first
I
seen that, I
know.
was like, oh shit, that's a good name right there. That's definitely coming out with the best right there.